if it is not subject to abuse, on this road, we're not talking of maintenance in the next 2 years. Minimum of 2 years, if we don't have any abuse on the road. So then, as for speed limit, I've mentioned earlier that the speed limit has been curtailed to 80. It's going to be displayed conspicuously now at the median, and then there will be speed limiting devices that will catch or capture anyone that is overstepping that, and you have Lagos State government to deal with at the renewal of your vehicle license.
I'm using this opportunity to appeal to everyone that there will be zero tolerance on anyone caught trying to mess around or destroy the infrastructure that has been put in place. This is for us all, and we should embrace it and keep it.
Well, let's talk about the third mainland bridge, shall we? Yes, there's been a lot to talk about that, but you saw her speaking about well, I call it the new bridge. Let's just use it, the new bridge, and what is obtainable now moving forward. We have joining us on the show, Engineer Olukorede Kesha. She is Federal Controller of Works, Lagos State. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Welcome from the third mainland.
Thank you.
Because we saw you there, the third mainland bridge, when it was reopened last week, fully to traffic. Now, two things stick out from that conversation you had with pressmen. One is speed limit. The other one we'll talk about it. So let's start with the speed limit, because that's like the major one. How are you planning to enforce speed limit? Do we have devices? Do we have last mile? We'll talk about the quality of the work done, absolutely. But that speed limit conversation, how is it going to work?
Good morning once again, and thanks for having me. On the day of the final opening of Third Mainland Bridge, you recall that I said the speed limit has been fixed for 80, and I said road safety officials are there at the moment trying to fix it. So if you drive through that road now, you will see it. It's actually 80 kilometers per hour. It has been fixed there. So we're planning to put CCTV. And the cost is in the pipeline now. And by the time that is done, the Lagos State government intend to put a tracking device anchored on our CCTV, so that they can catch you when you overspeed. And then, like I said earlier, at the joints, at the junction where you're renewing your vehicle license, then you'll be surcharged and you pay for it.
Fantastic. So it's as simple as that. Same thing you've seen with the camera capturing if your license is expired and the rest. So those devices.
And if you break traffic rules too.
Exactly. If you run a red light.
Exactly.
Yes. So that's in the mix. Fantastic. But talk to us about the quality of work done, because you were saying that if the road is used well, we shouldn't have to fix it in the next 2 years.
That's
plus.
Minimum.
So how much? What's the quantum of work that had to go into Third Mainland Bridge? The expansion joints, the resurfacing, the banisters, and the rest. Speak to us about that work.
It's like you've walked through that journey with me. Well, because you're already saying
as a journalist, you have to do some of these things. A lot
of work went into it. Like, thank God you live in Lagos, kind of, and you saw how that place was before now. Most of the expansion joints were gone. The asphalt overlay peeling off at most of the sections, so rendering that place almost impassable. The design speed became like 20 on Third Mainland Bridge, you understand, which was kind of an abomination. But we had to restore the integrity of that bridge by totally overhauling that asphalt overlay that we met on that bridge. That's what this new government did. Then we changed the defective expansion joints, overlaid, and then the missing guardrails are being fixed at the moment. If you go there now, they are being fixed. You see that a lot of them are missing. So, and then the ones even that were there, we had to repaint them, wash them, and then repaint them. The painting is still ongoing. Then we did lane marking, median painting, the parapet painting, and we did what has never been done before, like solar lights on the parapet walls. What we normally do, or what we have there before, was the median lights. But now, apart from that, in addition to that, you have lights at the parapet wall, and then you have stored lights, cat eye lights on the deck. So if you go there, the beauty of Third Mainland is actually in the night. If you go to Third Mainland Bridge in the night, you wonder whether you are still in Nigeria. So we want to, this government would like to replicate that across all our roads, on all our roads across the states. And we're not only treating the superficial, which is what you see, that's the superficial. We're doing the substructure under deck. If you look at it now, you see that the deck is being supported by some structures. We call it piers. And that pier is being supported by pie cap. And that pie cap is resting on piers. So we're treating all those elements now. It is ongoing at the moment. We want to ensure that the structural integrity of that bridge is not in doubt. That's what we're doing now. There has been a little corrosion of some of the members. We want to restore that integrity 100%. So work is ongoing now at these joints at the moment. And then by the time the contractor is done with the fixing of the guardrails and the CCTV, we'll have a brand new Third Mainland.
Talking about brand new Third Mainland, it means a lot of things are new, and we've had cases in Nigeria across roads where people steal items. Is there any plan for security on that bridge to ensure that those things remain in place and do the work they're meant for?
It's no longer be business as usual. Like I told people earlier, on Saturday, we witnessed that some people were trying to be funny on the bridge.
Already?
Oh, already.
Yes,
it has started already.
Already. And I called the Commissioner of Police.
Wow.
Immediately. He responded swiftly and deployed the DPO at Oworo and Bariga, and they started patrolling. And I told them, this is our baby. They need to increase patrol and surveillance on that bridge. And that's what they're doing. Even the Marine Police, I call them every second. The Marine Police, they are inside the waters. And they tell me, once they see anything, there are divers, there are this thing. I say, once they are not around the bridge, you understand? They should be minimum 1.5 kilometers away from the bridge. Any activity that wants to happen inside this water should be minimum 1.5 kilometers away from the bridge.
That's quite some distance.
Yes.
As in on both sides?
On both sides, 1.5. This is the median. So to the right and to the left, 1.5. And they've been ensuring that, and they report that to me. Our eyes are there, the engineers patrol it, police patrol it, and security surveillance is increased.
Is it 247?
It's 247.
And you think it will be consistent?
It will be consistent. This administration is committed to it. There's a lot of commitment. We cannot spend this much. If we just turn our eyes away from it, within a few months, they're going to vandalize it.
So talking about those vandals or potential vandals, is the ministry also having a conversation with the community around here? Because they could help. Because they know who potentially can destroy or steal or whatever it is that they want to do to destroy national assets. Besides the state institution like the police and the water, the guards and all of that, the community, are they being engaged?
So we're talking about collaboration.
I'm talking about the community around the water.
Neighborhood Watch.
Okay.
We're in touch with them.
Okay.
They were still in my office on Friday. They are the best.
But are they part of the community?
They are part of the community. Each neighborhood watch is drafted from that community. They don't bring people from Ajegunle to Bariga. No. So they live there.
Okay.
They are around there. They know their people.
Because it's scary for what you said, that just barely days after this was done, somebody is looking at this and what he sees is not beauty, is what he can steal. It's
somebody drove on that road only on rim.
Wow.
And peeled off all the asphalt.
Wow.
Woo! I'm sure the tire busted.
I think I actually saw a mark there over the
deep
weekend.
one.
Sorry, a deep one, yes. But I noticed something like that.
A long stretch like that. I had to beg the contractor to go back and redo it. So for how long are we going to do that? So we're going to keep our eyes on it. And I've told people, if your tire get busted on the bridge, just feel safe.
So is it safe now? Because that's another thing.
Very safe.
If your car is broken down or something,
and
people don't want to wait because they know that place can be dangerous.
No, it's no longer dangerous.
Okay,
it's
so
no
that's
longer in the dark.
Okay.
You understand? There's light everywhere, And surveillance has been increased. Security surveillance has been increased. The neighborhood watch, they are everywhere there.
So for proper context, so that people will know how important, you know, when we say this is one of the most important bridges in Nigeria, if not the most important bridge, people don't get it. How many vehicles ply this road in a year? Do you have that data? And of course, what's the next time we're going to see this rehabilitation? How long is this going to last for us to need another rehabilitation? 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years?
It's supposed to be 5 years.
Okay,
but I tell you, if it is not subject to abuse, every good thing can be abused. You understand? For example, if a vehicle got burnt on that bridge now, it's going to remove the bitumen contents that binds the constituents of the asphalt. So it's going to develop auto. Just like you saw a beautiful dress now and then you put it inside a bleach. It's going to be spoiled, washed away.
Which means you will take the speed limit thing, the CCTV cameras very seriously.
We are going to do that.
Avoid
we are going
like
to have a monitoring 24 hours. That's Adekunle, that's Adekunle interchange. You can see there is a land there, a setback. That's where we're going to use. It's going to be a story building. We are setting it out now. 24 hours monitoring.
Okay, I said.
Yes, that's by that billboard that you're seeing.
Right.
That land there.
Okay, down.
Down.
Okay. I
So
know that's
story
that
building.
leads to...
It's going to be the monitoring room. You understand? The studio where it will be monitored 24 hours.
So there's been
It's going to be very convenient for them. We're going to have a jetty around there. So we're going to have boats, patrol vehicles, everything.
So transportation
is part of this contract.
But speak to us about the debates. There's been a lot of debate online. Good job, Lagos State government, for fixing this road. Some say, no, it's not Lagos State government, it's Federal Ministry of Works. But Lagos State government partnered with it, and there's been that back and forth on social media. So speak to us about this particular contract. When was it awarded? Because the current administration and the previous administration supporters are also at loggerheads. No, it was Tinubu government. No, it was Buhari government. Again, you wonder why we need to do these things. But just to set the records clear, when was it approved? Who spent the money? Who played what role in this rehabilitation?
Before the advent of this new administration, the last administration awarded emergency repairs of Third Mainland Bridge. It was not total like this. It was just to resurface, mill and resurface a large portion. Not the entire scope stretch of the road was scoped. It was a percentage of it, I think because of funds limitation. So then to fix the guardrails and then 1 or 2 expansion joints. That was what was approved. When this new government came on board, they discovered that Third Mainland Bridge needed more than that. We looked at it again and we said, if we just do this, we're going to be doing this every year or every six months. And then the minister said, no, the honorable minister said, no, we can't do this. So this bridge what it needs is total and comprehensive repairs, including the underdeck, including the substructure, and then the superstructure, which is the bridge deck. And then he asked us to scope everything. We scoped everything, and then took it to the president. And then the president, in his magnanimity, decided to approve everything. And then it was termed an emergency repairs, because that's what that bridge actually needed. You understand? And it's a comprehensive one. A very comprehensive one, which has never happened. So this project is born out of the vision of the present Honorable Minister, Senator Dave Umahi. So, and ably supported by the president, because if the president hadn't supported us all the way,
given the approval,
yes, all the way, we wouldn't have had this.
So the Lagos State government did not spend money to fix this road.
No, they didn't spend a dime. They supported us by managing the traffic. You understand? While we had to do the work, and the traffic was well managed, and that was why we were able to even deliver ahead of time. It was supposed to last, it was supposed to be a 6-month project, but the contractor delivered within 5 months.
You know, one other thing, I was looking at this, something came to my mind, and I think I was having a conversation with a professor from University of Lagos, where he was talking about some level of coordination amongst ministries. Now we're talking about the coastal road, Lagos, Calabar coastal road and all of that. and then I understand there will be a railway in between, more like the median. So looking at this third mainland bridge, is the Ministry of Works looking beyond just the road? Are you also looking at other potential around this in terms of the waterways and what can be made out of it, working with maybe the Ministry of, is it Marine, Blue Economy and all of that? Because I know abroad, all of this vegetation and all of that would have been put to use so that one is overlooking the other is a beautiful scenario. Is there a conversation in that direction? Just besides us driving through a bridge and we're looking at Unilag on one end, looking at one end of the sea on the other, nothing really happening and all of this?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe the leaders are doing that. Maybe the leaders are doing that at the moment. Okay. So we are just vested with that responsibility of fixing the roads, and that's what we're doing.
Are there other bridges that will go through this process too?
Yes, there are other bridges. Eco Bridge. Because
we have Qatar Bridge.
Eco Bridge is undergoing what is happening here now, but we're concerned about the structural integrity of the bridge first at Eco Bridge. Yeah. Once they are done, they will come to this office. Then Qatar Bridge is the same, and Ido Bridge. Ido is the one linking Qatar Bridge to Ijora. So we're doing all that at the moment. All the 4 bridges are receiving the government's attention at the moment. So once we're done with the under-deck elements and then the substructure for those other bridges, we're going to come back to the surface. But because Third Mainland Bridge, the surface was really bad, that was why we had to quickly do that in conjunction with the underdeck.
I'm seeing people here saying 80 kilometers per hour on this tour. How is that even possible? Because once people see that road and like, wow, and they see their odometer can get to 160, like, okay, let me test. Let me get to 140.
And once you test,
but you test, you would also test when you get to
when
jail.
When you test, you test with your
Why
money.
that speed limit? Is it for the integrity of the road or for human safety?
It's for human safety. It's actually for human safety. The moment that bridge was opened, the first site, within a week we had an accident that claimed a life.
Ooh.
Yes. The guy wanted to do it maybe in 2 minutes.
Wow.
You understand? So we didn't want to have that. The structure is not to claim lives. We're supposed to enjoy it, savour it.
And it's not for Formula One.
It is not exactly. Where you go and test if you want to do that, you go to testing track.
Maybe government should also invest in a Formula One racetrack for those people. But you said something quite instructive, that the work is not actually done yet.
Which
for
work?
For the Third Mainland Bridge, the entirety, the rehabilitation, is it the piers, is it the...
It's ongoing.
The CCTV, and also
those
in
ones
its
are ongoing.
totality, when will the total work be done? You said there's superficial, use the term.
Yes.
So when will everything be done?
We're looking at the end of this month for the superficial. The CCTV lights, the solar lights, as we see now, we've completed on one side. This side is almost completed. The median too is halfway. So we're looking at the end of this month, all that should be in place. The guardrails, we're still painting them. We've painted one side. We've painted, but in the next 2 weeks, the painting should be done. We should be done with that. Then the solar lights, the CCTV, the major thing is the structure, so which we are planning to do. We wanted to use a porter cabin before, but the Honorable Minister said no, he wanted a more...
Proper building.
Yes, proper building. So we're going to set that one out now. So by the time, end of this month,
the CCTVs should also be in place.
Yes, yes.
And then the Lagos State government will now fix the...
Yes, a tracking device.
For the overspeeders.
The overspeeders.
That should also happen.
So yes. They are waiting on us, yes. Once the CCTV is in place, they will just come and hang that.
Is there also a restriction on putting posters and all of that? You know what?
Or advertisement.
Is there a provision for it? Or
yes, there is.
There's a provision for it now.
Like billboards, electronic.
Is it electronic or now they have to do what exactly is going to happen?
Electronic, just like something that is there.
Okay.
Just like that is there. There's provision for that.
Okay. So make
it's
money
been
on the side
given to somebody. Pardon?
So make money on the side for the government.
Yes.
Fantastic. I would like to thank you so much. It's good to see some of these works being done. Some say, why are you celebrating this? I mean, this should be a given. In other societies, they don't celebrate road construction. They don't open it. They just fix it and life goes on. But I mean, we know where we're at as a nation, and we know where we're trying to be. So we celebrate the little things, and then we fire government when it's time for the bigger things. But Engineer Olukorede Kesha, thank you so much for your time. She's the Federal Controller of Works, Lagos, and we look forward to bigger projects that we can celebrate as a nation.
Lagos Calabar is a bigger one. It's a mega one.
When should we celebrate that one?
When should we celebrate? How many years is that supposed to take?
3 years.
3 years.
36 months.
You know, we
yes.
didn't want to engage you on that one because we understand we don't have any more time, because there's already a controversy with the landmark issue.
Yes. But that will be discussion
when we come. When you come back again, we're going to, because I don't think there's any project bigger than that in the history of Nigeria. I've never seen anything like that.
No, you can actually speak to it, particularly people who are saying there's foul play here. Why are you demolishing this? Is this targeted at people and the rest? So maybe you can just address that 30 seconds.
No, are we on there?
Of course we are.
We'll bring you back to talk about it.
All right. Engineer Olukorede Kesha, always available to speak to these issues. Thank you so much for your time on the program. And that's much we can take. Yeah, I mean, these conversations literally don't end, but we have to end it at this point. We'll continue in the coming days. I'm Kayode Okikilo. Don't forget that Sunrise Daily comes up right after this.
All right. Thank you so much for watching today. And for those who have holidays from tomorrow, I wish you the very best. Muslim brothers and sisters, happy celebration. I'm Anne Nwawaju.
And that's it on the program as well. Of course, we're going to bring Engineer back. She's very brave. She will speak about our Lagos Coastal Road down to Calabar. Thank you so much for your time and company. I'm Jeffrey Uzama.
Goodbye.